EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills. The second of our 5 international games this season, the Jags and Bills underway here in North London. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. On play action, Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And now the rookie's free. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Hey.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, go!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He will find his man Chase complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
If for some reason you doubted Chase's elite ability, how about this? Missed 5 games last season, still reached 1,000 yards and made the Pro Bowl. His name always at the forefront of the game's greatest playmakers.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley from 19 yards away. And the Jags respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Alert!
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And meanwhile, Allen's going to throw here, caught by Addison. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Half 85, half 85. Half 10. On the ball.
In motion is Hardy. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
56, 56. Look out.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got him in on the right sideline. That's Taylor. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
Red on red.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here, there he goes, right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, hold.
On play action, Allen. That's caught downfield by Addison. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jordan Addison, 70 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie. Bass on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this returnable for Hines. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And running with power here. waiting from the red zone now. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need him right now because he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. They'll fire this deep for Hardy. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Bills. Deontay Hardy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. Still going inside the 30. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. In motion is Hardy. Allen now on first down. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Throwing now is Allen. Complete to Addison on the out route. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Looking deep here for Chase. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Tackled there by Rayshawn Jenkins. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Allen going to throw. And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Allen. This is caught by Addison. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Lawrence. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Half 10. Half. Gun. Out. What's that?
Here's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. Jordan Addison. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thanks at 24. Here we go.
They go play action with Lawrence. Try to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hey, kill.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Now he's forced out right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 27 yards. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 81 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
56, 56. Middle. What's that?
Play action. Now it's Allen. Forced out to his left. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Hey, easy, route.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. These guys running back out of the backfield. Down to the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Let's go, 52.
On play action, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Here's Lawrence to throw. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.